Hello and good morning or good afternoon, depending on where you are in the world. And welcome to episode 18 of High End Rollers TV. And we have a treat for you today. All the way from Wolverhampton, we have Neelam Meetcha. How are you doing, Neelam?
Hi, I'm good, Petra. How are you?
I'm doing brilliant. I'm just so excited to speak to you and share with the world exactly who you are and what it is that you do, because you're going to be sharing with us exactly how to get corporate clients that pay you from $1,000 an hour to even 10,000 just for the week. And that's what we're going to be covering today: how to land and how to get those high-paying corporate clients. But before we start, let me just give you an introduction as to who Neelam is. So Neelam Meetcha, she's known as the gift wrapping and papercraft expert in both the UK and abroad. And after a serious illness, she was forced to make a decision to resign from her lucrative career as a specialist lecturer for deaf students and make a decision that was going to change her life forever. Okay, so 10 years ago, she started her laughable idea, a gift wrapping and craft academy of all occasions, gift wraps. And her laughable idea, because she was laughed and mocked at by family and friends and even her business colleagues. Oh my God. But look at this. Your vision actually is brilliant, because now it's helping you to land amazing corporate clients that people are laughing at. So let's have a look at exactly who you've actually worked with, Neelam. Okay. So have a look at this. This is phenomenal. So your clients are top fashion houses, Gucci, Dolce & Gabbana, TV shows, the BBC, the ITV, billionaires, celebrities, and you've worked alongside with will.i.am. That is amazing, teaching him how to gift wrap on BBC television. That's fantastic. I mean, Neelam, this is absolutely brilliant, and this is the reason why I really wanted you on here. One, because you live in Wolverhampton, which is the West Midlands. We literally live about 40 minutes away from each other. And I love to always meet and connect with entrepreneurs that are local and that are really making good money, and have exceptional brands that can be recognized. And, you're the absolute person, the best person to speak to about this subject. So thank you so much for joining us today.
Oh, thank you. That's lovely. And the business started 10 years ago.
Wow.
And actually, next month, it's going to be 10 years old.
Oh my God, 10, and it's, and this is what I love. I mean, you started a lucrative business from gift wrapping.
Yeah. So this is what I say, Petra. If I can do it from wrapping and gift wrapping, you can do it with any skill that you have. And just coming back, first of all, thank you for inviting me to this session today. I appreciate that. And I think I'm a very big and firm believer of collaboration, and I believe that we should all support each other, because nobody's big and nobody can make it by themselves. And I can sit in my studio here by myself, and there's days when I want to bang my head, but it really is about how I collaborate and how I meet people and how we sort of build trust with people. But yeah, I started my gift wrapping academy almost 10 years ago, because, as you mentioned, I had quite a serious illness, and I was at the peak of my career, to be honest, because it was a hard slog to get to where I was already, and my children were quite young. But then suddenly, I was seriously ill, had to have major reconstructive surgery treatment. And whilst I was off work, I decided to just sort of nurture my creativity a little bit. And my sisters and I, we did a little, creative day, and I really enjoyed it. But it was something that I'd missed out on, because when I was younger, I used to do a lot of drawing. But, we go down the academic route because we were told to go down the academic route. And a lot of us lose our passion, lose our drive, because we just have to be normal. So I decided to step out of that normal zone.
And I'm glad you did.
Yes, I was mocked, I was laughed at, and people said, why would you give up such a lucrative career? And my brother didn't speak to me for a few weeks, because he was my biggest fan because I worked as a sign language interpreter initially. And then I obviously trained to teach the students at the university and the colleges. And But it was a decision I had to make. But that decision came about from a defining moment. So
Yes.
these moments happen, and then we have to make a decision. And when you make that decision, it's a big decision, and it's quite a scary thing to do as well, especially when there's nobody to help you to build the kind of industry that I've built.
I mean, gift wrapping just sounds so generic. I mean, you could literally go to a card shop in the city centre and have someone to gift wrap you gift for like £3, £5. So how did you set yourself apart from a generic gift wrapper? How did you say, how did that happen? Like, how did you even think of that? And how did you position yourself as the ultimate premium brand in gift wrapping?
Yeah, so it's the same with everybody. There's many people doing the same kind of thing. But for me, the way I looked at it was I had a need initially. My need was that I physically couldn't stand in a lecture theatre and sign and teach for 3 hours. And as you can see, I'm quite all over the place. My hand's always everywhere because I am an interpreter by profession. And so I had a need. So first of all, I had to make a decision on what that need was. So to resign from something that I love to do, which was so rewarding, very demanding. And it was only when I sat back and looked at my life, which was, I was working 9 to 5, then I was coming home. I had young children at the time. They weren't that young, but they were still quite demanding girls. Have a family, you know, have a husband, have a home to run. And then I was lesson planning. Then we were doing exam modifications overnight. So what was happening was I actually realized how hectic my life was. And that probably did contribute to my health, you know, going downhill as well. So that was a need I fulfilled. So the way I built my business is I looked at what was missing in the market out there. And it was my brother's wedding, and, you know, honestly, I'll be honest with you, I couldn't wrap at all. I never even used a gift bag. I used to take the receipt and give the present in the bag that I purchased the gift in. And everybody knew that that's Neelam's present, and everybody used to look at me, and I didn't really care. But I suppose at that time, I didn't find the importance of when you're giving somebody something, gift wrapping is a gift in itself. To wrap something beautifully and to present it to somebody actually adds value, perceived value to that product. So I fulfilled my own need, which was I enjoyed the creative day I did at home. And I started to mess around with paper and things like that. Started doing a few baskets. And found that there's nobody doing it. So I thought, okay, let's see how I can fill this gap. And literally, that's exactly how I did it. Wow. One-page website from a friend of mine. Made sure the keywords were right. I had no idea of how to use technology, nothing at all. And just got my first commission within 2 months of having my website on site from a local shopping centre.
That is brilliant. So what is it then that... How did the transition take place? How did you start to get clients that, you know, that paid you 10,000 to work with them for a week? How does that happen? Is there a strategy? Is there a strategy to that?
Absolutely. With anything that anybody is doing, you have to have a strategy and you have to be systemized. Now, when I first started, I mean, I remember at the shopping centre, I remember standing there, and all day long I was standing there. It was freezing cold in November. I had one person, and he had a gift wrapped, and it was £2.50. And I stood there and I was thinking, what have I done? You know, I've resigned from work, and I'm standing here thinking, you know, I'm going to make hundreds and hundreds of pounds for the day. And I didn't have any strategy or a system in how to bring customers in. This was just, I guess, a fluke that they found me online. So I made a decision that day that, you know, if I'm going to be taken seriously, especially after sort of going against the grain, going against what everybody believed in me, I have to make a decision. And so that same day, I completely changed my strategy. So the morning after, when I arrived at the shopping centre, I completely changed the way I was looking at people, bringing people. I just had this confidence, and I had to be confident and bring customers in. So the strategy behind anything and a system, let's talk about strategy first. You have to be out there. There are so many people doing so many things, but they're not public, they're not out there. You know, I'm quite a shy person, to be honest, and you would never find me on social media 10 years ago. And now I sort of, you know, I'm on there all the time, but I'm building my brand. And as you know, Petra, you know, your expertise is within the branding sector. Building your brand means being out there. So the transition came because I chose to stay in one industry, and my niche is how, you know, it's gift wrapping. My expertise is gift wrapping. There were other things, people were asking me to do other things, but I decided not to do them. And I did turn work away. I did turn contracts away, because I knew I'd have my sort of fingers, you know, in all the pies, and it doesn't work.
No.
So I stuck to gift wrapping. So if you have a niche, or if you have an expertise, first of all, claim the expertise. You know, there's plenty of people out there saying, well, who do you think you are? Who do you think you know, they don't say it to me personally, but people out there, I speak to a lot of women, I speak to a lot of people, and they'll say to me, but Neelam, you know, who am I to claim this particular expertise? Who are you not?
So when you say get yourself out there, so, you know, you're positioning yourself as a gift wrapper. So did you go to specific types of events? Like, where did you go, or how did you get yourself out there?
Yeah, now, I mean, this is going to, people are probably going to look at me and think, well, she's not telling the truth. I didn't attend one single event. The first event I attended was probably maybe 2 years ago.
Yeah. Is that the event that me and you went to, or that I met you?
The one before that one.
Okay.
You know, I attended that event, a women's networking event, and that was the first event I actually attended. Before that, what I was doing was I was building a strategy behind how to get customers. So you have to have a sales plan in place. What's your goal in regards to your finances, and work your way back. Now, I have what I have here. This is actually my productivity planner. I look at this every single day, and it's not a long list. It's a productivity planner, and what I do is I work on that every day when I know this is the sort of clientele I need to bring in, so I know exactly what I have to do, because a long list is hard. So ask me the question again.
That's okay. So
the transition.
So the transition. So let's look at the clients you work with. Gucci, you know, been on TV. How did that happen? Like, what were the steps that it actually took? So, because let's look at our viewers, the viewers that watch our TV show, you know, they are life coaches, business coaches, strategists. You know, they sell services, and what they want to know, how to sell services from 5,000, 3,000, even upwards. But a lot of the time they think that they're not qualified enough. They think that they're not qualified enough. So how did you position yourself to say, right, okay, I'm qualified in this, I'm an expert gift wrapper? And then what were the steps that it actually took to get on television with your expertise? So let's talk us through some of those steps.
Yeah. So the first thing is, it's about exposing yourself to social media, and also to people out there. If you don't believe in a marketing strategy, then you're going to struggle. You have to have a marketing strategy in place. So we have a very stringent marketing strategy in place. So to be honest, our clients are varied. You know, I mean, I have people who might just buy my DVD, learn how to gift wrap DVD, which is £15. But the strategy we use to bring clients in to buy our DVD is the same strategy that I use at a different level to get customers in who are going to be paying me £10,000 for a contract over 3 days around the country.
And those are the ones that we want to know the strategy to, and how we can get those.
So first of all, you have to. So you cannot have a strategy which is not working from a level which is a low cost and then going to the high. This is the basic strategy that I use and this is how the clients come in. So the first thing is, you have to be putting your expertise out there. So we do a lot of videos. I do a lot of I do quite a lot of interviews now, and I put my expertise out there. So I'm not scared, and I'm not really sort of protective about the things that I share and showcase. And I have a database which people are sort of So this is how it happened. I started to obviously offer gift wrapping services. From there, people started saying to me, I create everything on demand, and that's the beauty of my business, because that takes all the pressure away to a certain degree. When people started saying to me, but Neelam, how do you, I want to learn how to do that. So I started putting courses, and I only charged £45 a day for a gift wrapping course. This is when I first started out, and then suddenly I started getting inquiries from overseas, because people started finding me on YouTube, they started finding me on social media, and then they started saying to me, but we can't actually attend your course, so how can you help us? So I thought, DVD. So they told me what they wanted, so we filmed and created a DVD. We got this DVD done within 2 weeks and started shipping it out. And then I started getting inquiries from people saying, but I'm in Africa, I'm in India, I'm in Australia, I'm in America, but we want to attend one of your courses. So I actually started to build the courses at a different level, and started promoting and kept on promoting, and just kept on making sure people knew what I was doing. I don't post something one day and leave it for 2 weeks. I'm on social media every single day, and if I'm not on there, I'm scheduled with my posts. So what happened then, when company, you have to build social media proof. You have to build proof of who you are and what you do by getting your clientele to give you testimonials. So when my ladies, mainly ladies from around the world, started to attend my courses, they were paying me up to £1,000 to teach them how to gift wrap, and then plus their £2,000 fees to get here in regards to flying and hotel accommodations.
So they would fly you out to Australia?
No, they would come here. I don't fly out anywhere.
Oh, they will come here. Oh, that's to Wolverhampton.
To Wolverhampton.
Wow.
I have clients coming from all over the world to Wolverhampton. Let's put Wolverhampton on the map. And then once they started coming in, the bigger brands started noticing me. Never ever assume when people aren't engaging with you on social media, they're not watching you. Because they are watching you, because my clientele, I mean, I confirmed a contract, an ongoing £4,000 contract the other day, because a lady said, Neelam, we watch you on social media, on Instagram. They don't follow me, they've never liked to post, but I just confirmed a contract with them on Monday.
So let's go back then. So you're saying that you've got a brilliant social media presence, and yes, I have watched so many of your gift wrapping videos on YouTube. So you're saying that these people from all over the world literally see you on YouTube, on Facebook. They then send you a message, email saying, hey, I want to attend your course. You, at this point, do you get them on the phone to close them on the phone, have an enrollment conversation, or do you say, okay, here's the link to my PayPal, just pay and come? How do you do that?
So the likelihood is that some of these people will phone me and just say, Neelam, you're doing a gift wrapping course, when do you know? Now, the other thing I don't do is, I think this is quite important, I don't put all my dates out in one go. I will put my dates for my courses in the 1 month. And then once they're filled, I'll put new dates for the next month. But I have those dates already crossed out in my diary, just in case a corporate client comes through, then I know I can't do it. So it doesn't disappoint anybody either. So basically what happens, they may ring me and ask me about, Neelam, I had a look at your DVD, can I just order it on the phone? And then I have a conversation with them. I really want to know what they're looking for. So without really asking too many questions, they will tell me, well, I make, for example, you can see my chocolate bouquets at the back. I do a lot of chocolate bouquet training courses as well. They'll tell me what their idea is, what they're looking for, and then I will talk about what I believe is the best thing for them to have a look at. And I don't always confirm the sale straight away. I like to get people to know me. I like people to get to trust me. So I know there's a lot of things in regards to sales conversations and, closing the sale, get somebody on the phone after 15 minutes and get them onto your £10,000 program. If you're not making £10,000 a month yourself, you shouldn't be telling people that you can help them to do it, because we have to make that money. We have to know what the pitfalls are, because if we don't know what the pitfalls are and we take a client on and we can't help them with the pitfall they suddenly fall into, then that's very dangerous ground. So for me, it's about, how do I get to know them? I'll lead them to my social media platforms. I'll lead them to the links of the online courses, of my physical DVD or my book, which is on Amazon, and let them have a bit of a taster of it. So what I'm doing is I'm creating demand for something bigger that they want, but you know, they may not be ready for, because sometimes you can scare people off. You know, they have the option of getting onto my database. List building is it's not new.
So what you're saying then is that they'll call you, you have a conversation with them, look at what is it that they need,
Yes,
and then tell them what you have available, and they make the decision to fly over to one of your workshops at £1,000.
yeah. So for the clients from coming overseas, so what with them, the conversation I have with them is finding out what then, and most of them already have a type of a gift business. That's my industry. So I'll have a look at what their issue is, how they've come across me, and what they're looking for, and then most of the time it's because they have a gift business already, but their gift wrapping is really bad. If your gift wrapping is bad in a gift business, your sales are going to be low. People are buying, they're not buying the gift in itself, the gift, they're looking at the presentation of the gift, to see the value that you add. And then we have that conversation, and then I tell them, this is what I offer, and if you want a one-to-one, it's this much. If you want to come onto one of my courses, there's a few other attendees, the cost of that. So yes, I do have a conversation, but I try and find out what their pain is. What is their need? It's not point me trying to sort of sell them a DVD or sell them onto a 6-month program for £6,000 if it's not their need, because it doesn't make me happy, and it really doesn't make them happy. You know? So you have to understand what their need is. If you understand their need, Petra, I've been looking at industries for a long time now, and one of the industries that I've come across obviously is life coaches, service professionals, and I think, don't be the same as everybody else. Why are you different? You are here interviewing people on a daily basis, if not a weekly basis, on a daily basis. You're putting a lot out there. You're getting out there. People will recognize you. If you're a life coach or a service professional or a consultant, and you're just trying to, you cannot make yourself rich, or you cannot make yourself build your status and your credibility by bringing people on and trying to show them, I can get you to make £10,000 if you haven't made it yourself.
If you haven't made it, yeah, true.
Yeah, that's key. So
what you've said so much good things here. What I love what you said is that you help people that already have gift wrapping businesses. Okay, so businesses, which is really good, because you're already preaching to the converted. You know, these people, they're already willing and able to invest in themselves with your services, because they're in the same industry, and also they know that you're the expert that can help them to also enhance their business as well. So I think that's really, really key. And then you also said that people are watching you. They may not comment on your social media posts, but people are watching you. This is what I always talk about. I say this all the time to my audience online. I say, don't focus on how many comments and likes that you're getting on your posts, because people are watching. So share with us, who's watching you? Who's watching you, Neelam?
Well, YouTube are watching me. They were watching me on I think they came across my YouTube channel first. They were looking for a gift wrapping expert. If you're an expert in a certain field, make sure you use those keywords on your social media platforms in all your posts, and use your hashtags as well. And also definitely in your website as well, make sure that you're using them. And also, I like to be open and upfront about everything. Around this time of the year, we have a quite a cost-effective AdWords campaign as well, just to boost ourselves, because obviously I'm very seasonal. So we do get people finding me that way as well. But also people watch you. So I've recently, like I said, confirmed a contract with quite a big packaging firm. Social media on my Instagram account, that's how I was found for the TV shows as well, and through gift wrapping on the YouTube channels. And you know what? This is my new studio, which I absolutely love and adore. When I'm creating some videos today. That's why I thought I'd do my hair today. But again, make sure your environment is there, so that you can just switch on a camera and just post something. And yes, I know sometimes people just try and post anything and everything. Make it relevant. My audience want to see me wrapping. They want to see me paper crafting, making chocolate bouquets, wrapping bottles like bottles over there. That's what they want to see me do, and that has to be the relevance. So honestly, people are watching you. You just have to have that confidence and know that it doesn't happen overnight. Overnight success is a myth. It's taken me, I'll be honest with you, it took me only a few months to really start to get going with what I want to do. And you know, I sort of got into this sort of vicious little circle about 6 years ago, where I was looking for sort of, because I had to grow my business. I don't know everything, so I need to get expert advice for myself and my business as well. And I suddenly got pulled into learning about marketing, and then I thought, well, can I help others to do it? And for me, it wasn't a happy place, because for me, it's not my industry. It's you know, people are very insecure, you know, and insecurity comes from not knowing a subject.
That's so true.
I can tell you what's wrong with your gift without opening your gift. I'll tell you exactly where the sellotape is wrong. I'll tell you exactly where the fold is wrong. Know your expertise. Learn about it. It doesn't matter if you have to stop up all night and do it. I did hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of wraps until I thought, you know what, this is it. I've been to Prague for 3 days. And I did some training with a lady, Radka. She's the Guinness World Book of Record holders for the largest and smallest gift in the world. She's retired now. That took me a long time to persuade her to get me to come in and have a look at how she did it. You know, and I haven't done it all myself. I've had to learn from people. So learn, but put it out there. Don't keep your skills.
Don't keep it, yeah.
You have to claim your expertise. What are you coaching in? What's your expertise? What is it? And you have to do it.
So in terms of these corporate contracts then, so how does it actually work? How did you manage to get a contract like Gucci? How did that come about? And is there steps that we can actually take in order to get those types of contracts? And also, ask that first. And then I want to ask you in terms of pricing your services, and also then because a lot of people do really struggle with pricing their services and then asking for that sale as well. So how does that come about in terms of you know, whether it's a contract, whether it's being paid on a retention? How does that work? If you can just share with us that.
Yeah. So coming back to how I got the Gucci contract, again, they put in a gift wrapping expert online. They found me, they emailed me, and we responded.
What do you mean they put in? Was it a tender? What do you mean they put in?
No, they just typed in gift wrapping expert online.
Okay. Yeah,
because this is one of the key strategies, which is to ensure you have your keywords.
SEO.
You know, and you know, it's SEO. I think people get scared when they hear the word SEO sometimes, because people believe SEO is very, very expensive. I've never used anybody to do SEO for me. I've never paid anybody. We always make sure that all our images have the gift wrapping expert behind it. All our text, everything that we do has it in there. And that's how you rank higher. So if you went into Google and looked for Neelam Meetcha, I'd come up first. But if you look for gift wrapping courses, I'd come up on probably number 1 or 2 on Google there as well. It takes a bit of time. So
they found you on Google.
They found me on Google, and then they sent an email. They mainly, I get a lot of responses by email and a lot of questions by email rather than people phoning.
Okay.
And what we do is we're very hot on returning emails, because they come to our phone if we're out. They also go to, you know, obviously on our PCs. That's something we do straight away. But we confidently say that you're in the right place. Yes, we are the gift wrapping experts. And what I always do is, without even asking what they're looking for at that time, especially with a corporate client, I go onto social media straight away and find the person who's emailed me, find out who they are, and I also find out what brand or what company they're from, and then return the email to them, respond by email. I always put in there some of the clients we've worked with, because that builds your credibility straight away. They probably know already, but the fact that you responded, and I believe that 90% of my sales are confirmed because we respond so quickly. And then what we do then is we book a call or book a time to have a conversation. especially with the corporate clients, you know, you have to book that quickly because they're actually searching. Have the call, ask them what the problem is, what they're looking for, and then tell them what they should be doing, not what they think they need to do. Then I advise them, and then you confirm and then you have to build your credibility, Petra, before you can just give them a price of £10,000. And you do that by, if they send me some paper or they send me some samples, I will make time to actually do and create the sample, just take a little video of it as well. So I keep them engaged until the contract's confirmed. You have, if you just have to work on that one contract for a week, you have to do that. If it's a £10,000 contract, you have to do that.
So you work on these contracts and you lay out all the agreements, the terms, and the price as well, and then you just send it to them and they say yes, go ahead. What is the duration for them to get this contract and then have it signed and ready and then to pay? Is that a long process, or how does that normally work?
Now, sometimes, okay, so I work on pro forma. I don't work on credit accounts. I very, very rarely will do a credit account. It's only if that client is an ongoing client. So even Gucci, there's no credit accounts with anybody. But that, I mean, I've been, excuse me, I've been at meetings and I've been to an event. I went to an event in Westminster and there's quite a lot of affluent women there, very successful business owners. And they were saying, they were complaining quite a lot about the fact that the bigger corporate companies are saying you need 30-day credit. And I actually stood my ground and I said, but it depends on how you're portraying yourself as well. And I know it's true, some people just have to have credit, and that's the norm, and I understand and appreciate that. But I go on pro forma because, as you can imagine now, at this time of the year for us, we are bringing in so many supplies for all the orders that are coming through. It's a big, big investment. And we need to be secure so that your sales and your income has to keep flowing all the time. So I try with a client, they come to me too late. When they come to me in June, it's too late. Really. So I can confirm a client within 10 days, maximum 14 days. But what I do is I'll engage with them. If they
during that time,
I'll just send them a quick email to say, you know, it's great to talk to you. I had a couple of ideas. I thought I'd put them past you, and I just send them a couple of ideas, and it's building my credibility all the time. Engagement is so important.
So do they pay you all up front, or do you have a retainer?
So what I do, I take a deposit. So if I'm going to be going to London with my client, I will take a deposit. So I know if they cancel, that's a non-refundable deposit, and normally it's half of what I charge for the full contract, and that's just to confirm my date. That's to confirm the date. If they don't confirm that date, I can't guarantee that date for them. And then the remainder, I normally give them about 2 weeks.
Okay, so that's brilliant. That is really, really brilliant to know. Thank you so much. You really, really helped us to understand a few things, but mainly positioning. But what you've been saying is to land corporate clients is basically mainly your brand. It's your personal brand, and it's claiming your expertise and then putting yourself out there, and also optimizing your website so that you can be found. And you know, you've said that you generate traffic by paying for Google ads, which is fantastic. You've gotten clients from Instagram because people are watching you. So you're really consistent in your marketing, and you're also very confident because you know the value that you give to your audience, and you also know that you're the best at what you do. You know, I really think that's important. You know, you have to know within yourself, right, okay, I'm the best at what you do. When you hire me, you're going to be able to do, I'm going to be able to do this and exactly what it is that you want. So you built your credibility. So I love that. And I knew that you were going to be the best person to speak to about this. So let me ask you as well is, how can we find you on social media? Do you have anything that you can give to our clients to help them to get corporate clients, or how to stand out in their fields?
Yeah. So what I do, Petra, is I don't sort of, I have clients, I have sort of exclusive clients who work on a kind of a VIP basis on a 12-month consulting is developing their strategy with them. So I teach them everything that I've done. And I just wanted to add as well, you know, with the strategy, everybody talks about strategy. Strategy is not new. All these big, massive brands in the past had a strategy. It's just that with social media, with the, you know, Facebook, and with obviously with us being online now, us people like us, you know, I'm not be special. You know, I'm a housewife, I'm a mother, but I'm special in who I want to be special in. And you know, that's important as well, to you really build that confidence inside you. I had just very quickly, I had an inquiry. This is going back about 8 years ago, and my husband runs his own business, and I have the studios upstairs. And I had an inquiry, and they said, "Hi Neelam, we saw you on social media, and we wonder whether you'd come to the largest gift fair in the UK and do a presentation to our retail customers." So you're talking about all the big brands were there, a 30-minute presentation, and I just froze. I thought, well, who am I to give a 30-minute presentation? Ran downstairs, spoke to my husband, and guess what he said? "Can you really do that, Neelam? Can you do that?" And I thought, no, I can't do that. But I went back upstairs, and I'll be honest with you, you know, a few little tears, you know, became more, you know, really upset about it. And I was thinking, well, why can't I do that? Because nobody else can do it. And I rang her back straight away, and I thought, well, I'll deal with it later. And I said, yes, I can do that. Confirmed it, booked it. And from that, I sat down and looked at what I had to do, created my plan on the 30-minute session, sent it to her. She was happy. And that 30-minute session contributed to probably about £25,000 worth of clientele from that 30-minute. But it was about stepping out my comfort zone. I was scared. When I got onto stage, I was shivering. I was thinking, I can't do this. And I thought to myself, but as soon as I started doing the rapping and showing how they can present it in their retail outlets, it just came so naturally to me.
You got in your zone.
Yeah. You know, getting up, and you have those butterflies, yes, but they'll subside as soon as you start talking about your expertise.
Yes.
If you're somebody who does gift baskets, or if you're somebody who's in a gifting business, then talk to me. I can talk to you about that. If you're somebody who's you know, a service professional, start off by giving your time. Give your time. Give as much as you can. You're giving time today. I'm giving time today. It's just awareness. Marketing it's just an awareness of who you are. It's what you do with it. And you know that, Petra. We both know that it's what you do with that marketing.
It really is.
And it was when I've got to get this in. When I worked with will.i.am, you know, again, BBC rang me. We want you to come to the studios in Manchester. And she rang me and she said, but we need you here tomorrow morning. I was thinking, oh my goodness. So luckily that morning I didn't have anything booked. I just had admin work. So she said, oh, but then she rang me back and she said, by the way, Neelam, it's going to be a celebrity. I said, okay, that's fine. She rang, but I still didn't ask. I didn't ask because I was so concerned about getting all my diary sorted out for the day after.
Yeah.
And that's normal for me. And she said, but can you come in? I said, yeah. She rang me at 9:30. She goes, it is a celebrity. I think she was a little bit nervous herself, thinking she hasn't asked who she's working with. I said, okay, that's fine. And I said, then I finally sort of got it. I said, okay, so who am I working with? She goes, oh, you'll be teaching will.i.am how to gift wrap. I said, okay, will.i.am. And then again, it was, who am I to teach somebody as big as will.i.am? But then I thought, he can rap, but I can rap with a W. And you know, he was great. He was telling me, you know, obviously we have to sign disclaimers and lives. They can talk freely if they want to, but we can't say. And we talked about so much, but it's because I went up to him and I said, everybody was saying, the producers and directors were saying to him, hi, I'm so and so, I'm so and so, shaking the hands, you know, sort of. I said, look, I'm Neelam. I just come in from Wolverhampton today, and I'm going to teach you how to rap, and that's with a W. And we just hit it off because it's about being real. These people need us to be real with them, not asking for autographs. And it made a big difference to my business, the way, and referrals started coming through. So do something and put yourself out if you believe this particular contract or project is going to expand and grow your business. And 10 years ago, I decided to start this academy and sell it in 10 years' time. And I'm at that point now. So it's 10 years old, so I have a decision to make. Where do I want to go? And we are expanding, we are growing, the type of clientele are increasing and they're getting bigger and bigger. So I am adapting it slightly now to meet the needs of my clients. But it's being in my creative zone, staying in your creative zone. Don't let anybody suppress you. Come on, if I can do it from gift wrapping, you can do it from your expertise, and everybody's expertise has to be respected.
Thank you so much. I'm gonna ask you one more question now, and that question is, Neelam, are you ready to roll?
Rolling all the time.
This is the section of the interview where I literally ask you quick questions, and for you to give me quick answers to the questions.
No,
now,
you didn't tell me about this.
I didn't, because I don't plan any of these interviews. I like them to just flow and just to think off the cuff. So Neelam has no idea what I'm going to be asking her, but you're going to be able to answer them really, really well.
Okay, let's give it a go.
The first one is, what is your favorite book?
My favorite book, Go for No.
Okay. What is your weakness as an entrepreneur?
Not enough sleep.
What's your strength?
Just being who I am.
And what would you say is your favorite quote or mantra, something that you live by?
You know, I don't have a favorite, I'll be honest with you, but I do believe that there's more than enough abundance in the world, and never feel threatened by anything. You're here, you're unique, and you stay unique regardless of what it is. Doesn't matter where you are in your business, doesn't matter what you're doing, you are unique. And but always understand the needs of others, and I believe that's what I'm really good at. That's my strength, understanding their need and then catering for their need, or them catering for my need as well.
And that's the perfect way to end this interview. So thank you so much, Neelam, for just for everything, for the inspiration, you know, and for your expertise as well. So where can we find you on social media?
You can find me on Facebook, Neelam Meetcha's Gift Wrapping and Craft Academy. You can find me on YouTube. If you put my name in YouTube, I'll be there. You can find me on Instagram, Gift Wrap Academy. You can find me, so everything's gift wrapping, Twitter, Gift Wrapping TV. So I use a lot of Facebook. I have hundreds of messages coming through Facebook, because you know, Facebook are changing everything, so you have to keep up with it.
Yeah. So
you can find me, I mean, if you put my name into Google, Neelam Meetcha, MEETCHA, you can find me anywhere, really, to be honest. And go on.
What I'll do, I'm going to be sure to put all the links in the bottom of this video. So thank you so much, Neelam, and you know, be sure to give us the thumbs up, okay, on this video, and also share it across your social media networks. And be sure to comment below and let us know what were your biggest takeaways, and are you going to start getting yourself out there and start contacting you know, these corporate clients. Okay, so I'm going to see you in the next interview. Bye-bye.
Bye.